We are starting with the characteristics of the fluid flow. There are four characteristics regarding the fluid flow. Number one, that is a steady or non-steady flow. Number two, compressible or non-compressible flow. Number three, viscous or non-viscous flow. Rotational or non-rotational flow at the number. First of all, we are discussing about the steady and non-steady flow of the fluid. That is the first characteristic. As we discussed in the laminar flow that the pressure, density and velocity is constant at every point, that is called the steady flow. As you can see in the picture that before and after the flow of the fluid is same, and if the fluid flow is not same, it means the pressure, density and velocity is not constant at every point, then it is said the non-steady flow, as you can see in the picture below. So the flow is not steady and the velocity of the pressure is not constant. The waterfall here you can see is an example of the non-steady flow, that the velocity is not the same all the time. Number two, the compressible or non-compressible flow. The fluid flow having constant density during flow is called non-compressible flow. The fluid flow does not having constant density during the flow is called the compressible flow. It means when the overall density remains constant, then it is non-compressible, as you can see in the picture below on the right hand side. And the fluid, when its density is not constant, then it is called compressible fluid. It means that the fluid can be compressed. Water and the most liquids are considered the non-compressible fluids, that they are. The third property or the third characteristic of is the viscous or non-viscous flow of the fluid. The fluid flow in which the energy is not dissipated. As we discussed before that the layers of the fluid are flowing over each other and there is a resistive force. That resistive force is in the form of the energy. That so you can say that if the layers are sliding over each other and the energy is not dissipated, then the fluid is said non-viscous flow. It means the resistive effect of the layers is small. And the second is the viscous. That can be it means the non-viscous fluid has no viscosity. Then for the viscous, if the energy is dissipated during the sliding over of the layers of the fluid, it means that if the energy is dissipated during this sliding of the layers, then the fluid is said to have a viscous flow. It means then the viscosity is not zero. So the viscous fluid are important in the motor oils. You can see in the below picture that left hand side shows that the viscosity is zero and that is a non-viscous fluid, and the on right hand side you can see that viscosity is not zero and energy is dissipated between the layers of the fluid. Fourth characteristic is of the rotational or non-rotational flow. The fluid flow in which the element of moving fluid does not rotate about an axis through the center of the mass of the element is called the non-rotational flow. It means the particle flowing on a streamline does not cross each other and are not in circular motion, as you can see on the picture on the right hand side below, left hand side on the below. And the rotational flow is that in which the element of the moving fluid does rotate about an axis through the center of the mass of the element is called rotational flow, as you can see on the left and right hand side of the picture. That rotational flow is that in which the um, particles of the fluid rotate about their own axis, and in the irrotational flow the particles do not rotate in their own axis. That is called the non-rotational flow. These are few characteristics we have discussed here. Now here are few examples for the fluid dynamics. These are related with the daily life. First example is of the heart in our body that pumps blood in the veins and the arteries. That is the basic application with the fluid flowing in our body, which is in the form of a plasma. and without the flow of the fluid we are not able to move, or we are not able to exist in the real life. Another example you can see is of the blood being checked by a doctor by a stethoscope and a blood pressure machine. This is also an example for the fluid dynamics in the real life. In the industry, it has a vast application by as it used in the as it is used in the pipelines which are attached to the either to run the industry or the factory for the working purpose. In the aerospace and aerodynamics, it is also very useful for discussing the fluid dynamics, as the we can see from the picture that the shape of the wings is made so that the aeroplane is able to fly in the air at such heights for traveling from one place to another. Below you can see the fire workers trying to extinguish the fire. They are also using a liquid gas with the pressure so that they can extinguish the fire. That is also the application for the fluid dynamics. Fluid dynamics is also used in the formation of the boats and ships which float on the water. That is the application which was discussed by the Archimedes. For the power generation from one place to another, that fluid dynamics is also used. That is the example for the fluid dynamics which is observed in the daily life. For the launch of the rocket, you can see that the gases are expelled out in the form of a liquid that are in a so pressure that the rocket is launched out of the gravitational space. Below you can see the example of the dam that sustains or covers the water and is expelled out from the dam when needed for the power generation or the agriculture purpose. Windmills are also application for the fluid dynamics, as air is used to run the windmills for the different purposes. Also for the aerodynamics, you can see that the automobiles also use the fluid dynamics, as air flows in from the whole body, crossing the whole body, and these automobiles are made such in the form that they can move from one place to another in an easy way. Automobiles are like cars, buses, bicycles, or you can say motorcycles. They are also the application for the fluid dynamics, as they use the phenomena of the fluids. I am hopeful that I am able to let you understand about the fluid dynamics for the basic information. Hopefully that will be interesting for you to understand and discuss. Thank you so much.